Yes, the mega-rich city fueled by oil money that's trying to win the chase to the future. Every bit of news we get from Dubai seems to come from another planet, or another universe even. The city has a strong reputation for being over the top in everything they do. From the most magical garden in the world to the most insane desert activities you could ever wish for, here are 20 outrageous things you will only see in Dubai. Number 20. Super Bus. Meet the high-speed super bus that aims to completely disrupt the personal transport industry in Dubai. This superb and ambitious project involves sustainable mobility with futuristic looks and luxurious design. It is a new electronically powered vehicle capable of cruising at speeds over 155 miles per hour. It also has a new logistics system via central routing optimization technology. It would require new and dedicated infrastructure to function. In other words, they're planning on building a brand new lane on the highway just for the super bus. Some people have called it a hybrid between a regular bus and a train. It's true that the super bus is quite hard to pinpoint by looking at it, but it comes with many great advantages that neither a bus nor a train can deliver, such as vastly higher speeds and the flexibility that comes from not being confined to a rigid route or schedule. Not only is the super bus's aim to be cheaper than a train, but also the infrastructure would be more affordable. It also seems that the super bus would not require the need for changeovers from target to destination. It would offer a public door-to-door transportation, something that has never existed yet. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Number 19. A supercar flies. If you're planning a trip to Dubai and you already own a supercar, this new service will for sure make you very happy. It is the door-to-door cargo and delivery service for luxury vehicles known as the Emirates Skywheels. This is perfect for those who are visiting the United Arab Emirates but who are not into renting cars at all. If you want to ship your four-wheeled babies overseas, now you can. Skywheels will pick up your car at your home and deliver it to your exact destination address. They even take care of all the export-import clearance paperwork and processes at both ends of the trip. It is a remarkable service. You literally don't have to do anything at all except calling them up and arranging the pickup. They also have a very tight and vast insurance policy, of course. It pretty much covers everything but mainly accidental damage in transit. Although with the professionalism of these guys, the chances of this happening are slim, if not impossible. Your car will receive the royal treatment. There's a chance your car will travel more comfortably than yourself. Although flying first class with Emirates is famously one of the most luxurious experiences you can have in the skies. We're talking caviar dinners and spa treatments, and that's only before boarding the plane. Number 18. Mad Artificial Island. We've all seen the crazy artificial island in the shape of a stylized palm tree within a circle that's located off the shores of Dubai. It's actually called the Palm Jumeirah and is so massively huge it can be seen from space. The archipelago is the site of many luxury residences and hotels. It was built in the early 21st century and was mainly financed by Dubai's insane income from petroleum. The broad trunk is connected to land by a bridge that also serves as an entrance to the conglomerate. There's also a vehicular tunnel that connects the crescent to the spine, and even a monorail. The crescent is 650 feet wide and 10.5 miles long. The island might seem slim from the air, but it's actually massive. Over 1,380 acres of brand new land were added to the ocean, within an area around 3.1 miles in diameter. It is one of the most ambitious engineering projects of all history, so much so they thought it could never be built. It was constructed mainly out of sand and rock, which means they both start eroding the second they hit the water. During its construction, they had to fight against nature so it wouldn't destroy what they had already built. It was truly a war against the ocean. Number 17. World's first temperature-controlled indoor city. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum has unveiled the new plans for this crazy project. We are talking about the Mall of the World, a 48 million square foot monstrosity that will not only be the largest, but also the world's first temperature-controlled indoor city. Inside, there will be 100 hotels, counting with 20,000 rooms in total. There will be serviced apartment buildings, a cultural celebration center capable of hosting 15,000 people, and the star of the show, a temperature-controlled retail street network that'll spread over 7 kilometers. I mean, who wants to walk when it's 104 degrees Fahrenheit outside, right? Let's not forget that the Mall of the World will also be home to the largest indoor theme park on the planet, and it'll also host an 8 million square foot mall, which will also be the largest in the world. In every city, there has to be a hospital, and the Mall of the World is not falling short in that department. They're planning a 3 million square foot area for the wellness district. The city is expected to draw 180 million visitors annually. Of all the insane projects coming from Dubai, this one is by far the most ambitious and colossal. Number 16. Flying cars. The future is here, and it is currently in Dubai. Meet the first autonomous aerial vehicle. They were announced by the Roads and Transport Authority of the Emirates in 2017. These futuristic-looking vehicles are completely driverless. All you have to do is interact with the touchscreen inside and choose your destination from a map. They were designed by Chinese company Ehang, and they've already successfully clocked many flights. The flying cars will be controlled by a central command center, an autopilot of sorts, which means that during your trip, all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the fantastic view. But careful, the flying cars won't be able to travel long-distance trips. They have a battery that lasts for about 30 minutes, giving it the ability to cover an area of about 40 to 50 kilometers. They can reach speeds of 160 kilometers an hour and can carry 100 kilograms plus a small suitcase. This will completely revolutionize the commute routine for hundreds of people, and also they're one of the safest options out there. They were designed to survive malfunctioning. The vehicle has 8 main propellers. In case of failure of the first propeller, there are always 7 others ready to go to make sure you reach your destination and that the landing is as smooth as possible. Number 15. World's first gold dispensing ATM. Hey, do you have some spare change, like a couple of hundreds? Cause I want to get some gold at the vending machine there. Sounds crazy, right? But you could actually have that exact conversation at the Emirates Palace Hotel in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, they actually have a gold ATM in their lobby, and it is the first one of its kind. It was developed by a German firm called Ex Oriente Lux, and it is basically a gold to-go machine that sells 24-karat gold bars weighing 1, 5, or 10 grams depending on your needs. It also dispenses coins from Canada, Australia, and South Africa. As you might already know, the price of gold changes constantly, second to second, so the ATM updates the price every hour via a link to Ex Oriente Lux's online shop. So, how much do you think a gold vending machine weighs? Well, up to 1,000 pounds. Gold is quite heavy. And I know what you're thinking, what about money laundering? Don't worry, they thought of everything. There's a camera and an ID scanner to prevent it. The purpose of this bizarre ATM is for the guests of the hotel to take home a very expensive and shiny souvenir of their stay. Number 14. Exotic pets. Wealthy people have considered owning exotic pets a symbol of status for centuries now, and the Gulf country is no exception to that rule. The internet is full of pictures of the princes and sheiks of the United Arab Emirates posing with their cheetahs and their lions in front of their luxury cars and taking their tigers to public beaches. But since 2017, after a long battle from animal welfare groups, anyone in the UAE taming wild animals will face a $136,000 fine, and in some cases, they could face up to 6 months in jail. This law was implemented immediately, and every exotic pet owner was required to hand them over to the authorities. The reason why this law was passed is because most of these pets were actually endangered animals that were taken illegally from their natural environment and then smuggled to the United Arab Emirates. Once there, the animals are not always well treated. Sometimes they live their lives chained up in unsuitable cages. Many of them were abandoned when the owners realized that keeping such a demanding animal costs a lot of money and energy. The Wildlife Monitoring Network, or TRAFFIC, has made an estimate that the illegal wildlife trade is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. A tiger cub, for example, could sell for $3,000, but the elusive white lion can cost over $50,000 on the black market. Number 13. The world's largest indoor aquarium. This is much more than just an ordinary aquarium. It has interactive activities and even an underwater zoo. Oh, and have I mentioned that it is massively huge? It is a 10 million liter aquarium tank in Dubai, located at the ground level of the Dubai Mall. There, you can delight yourself with over 33,000 different aquatic animals and the largest collection of sand tiger sharks anywhere in the world. And this isn't your ordinary aquarium at all. Here, you have the sensation of being literally swimming with the fish. You can walk through a 48-meter tunnel with the aquarium enveloping you from overhead and around. It's a complete fisheye view, no pun intended. You'd be strolling along with sand tiger sharks and stingrays swimming overhead. There's also a glass-bottom boat tour that you can take if you don't really feel like walking too much. And for the fantasy aficionados, there are incredible mermaid makeovers for adults and children. If you're more of a daredevil type person, you can also get wet in a snorkeling cage and even don an oxygen tank to go swimming with the sharks. The zoo portion of the facility is home to King Croc, who is a 40-year-old Australian saltwater crocodile weighing an incredible 750 kilograms and measuring over 5 meters long. He is one of the largest reptiles to have ever been in captivity. Number 12. Only in Dubai, a $1 million gold car. This solid gold car named the Godzilla was the absolute center of attention during the second day of the Auto Mechanica Dubai 2016 that was held at the Dubai International Convention and Exhibition Center. Under all that gold, the car's actually a Nissan R34 GTR that's been gold-plated, of course. Ace tuners and customizers of sports cars Cool Racing showcased it. The car's engine is backed by a very advanced paddle-shifted sequential 6-speed dual-clutch transmission. The sequential shifting transaxle also features separate wet clutches for the odd and even gears, and it can pre-select the next highest or lowest gear for extremely quick shifts. But this car doesn't just look dazzling. It features enhanced aerodynamic features, a reinforced body, and precision handling. Yes, and it costs a nice round $1 million. You can see that the paint has a lot of engraved patterns. The technology used to get this amazing result was Takumi technology used by artist Izawa Custom, and it really is a feat of engineering. Not only does it look absolutely amazing, it is also a one-of-a-kind matte aesthetic with a very subtly textured and distinguished finish. This car is the perfect culmination of craftsmanship, luxury, and bling. Number 11. The tallest building in the world. Reaching a breathtaking 828 meters or 2,716 feet and 6 inches into the sky, Burj Khalifa is the tallest building ever made. Some people describe it as the vertical city, and for good reason. It has become an icon of the modern world and of the amazing feats of engineering that we're capable of. Burj Khalifa is almost twice the height of the Empire State Building and over 3 times the size of the Eiffel Tower. The skyscraper's construction started on September 21, 2004, and the exterior of the structure was completed 5 years later on October 1, 2009. The taller a structure is, the more vulnerable it is to weather fluctuations, but architects Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill LLP, headed by famous architect Adrian Smith, truly thought of everything. They designed the building with an iconic neo-futuristic style and a complex Y-shaped cross-section to reduce to a maximum the effect of the wind. Almost 26,000 glass panels were used in the exterior cladding of the building, and every single one was hand-cut. Over 12,000 people from all over the world were involved in this project. It literally took an army of workers to complete. At nighttime, the gigantic skyscraper lights up with amazing light shows that light up the entire night sky. Number 10. Ski Dubai. Welcome to the first ski resort in the desert. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, when you visit the scorching hot desert city of Dubai and you feel nostalgic for some snow action, you can actually go skiing. The snow park is about 3,000 square meters of fun. As crazy as it might sound, Ski Dubai is actually the perfect illusion of being high up in a cold and snowy mountain. They actually made an 85-meter high mountain in there. There are activities for the younger ones like tobogganing and tubing, but there are also amazing ski slopes for the adults, including the world's first indoor black diamond slope. You can even visit some really chill penguins while you're there and cuddle with them if you want. And if they want, consent is important. Oh, and let's not forget the giant snowy ball they put you in to roll you down a slope. If you didn't pack any ski gear to go to Dubai, because, who would pack warm clothes to go to the desert? Don't worry. They provide jackets and skis with your ticket, so you won't get frostbite. Promise. But if you're feeling a little bit fancy, there are also plenty of nearby stores where you can get your favorite equipment. Number 9. Police car. The police cars in Dubai are insane. In 2017, the Bugatti Veyron was certified as the fastest police car by the Guinness Book of Records. I mean, who on earth could outrun them? According to Major Sultan Al Mari of Dubai Police's General Department of Transport and Rescue, the incorporation of the Bugatti Veyron was to show tourists how friendly the police really are in Dubai. So apparently they didn't do it to, show off their insane oil money or anything. But the Bugatti isn't the only supercar that the police get to work with. An official Facebook post revealed the newest addition to their fleet of patrol cars, a Lamborghini Aventador. If their intent was to turn the limelight towards them, it worked. How many cops do you think dream of patrolling every day in a Lamborghini? And it's not like the rest of the cars are that far behind. They have an Aston Martin 177, a Ferrari FF for the female cops, a Mercedes SLS AMG, and, of course, the Bentley Continental GT. The Veyron and the Aventador will only be used to patrol the spots where the most tourists are at. Because they're certainly not showing off or anything. Number 8. Flying taxi. Did you know that you can actually order a helicopter ride through your Uber app? Yeah, that's right. In Dubai, there's a little button in your app that's helicopter-shaped, and it's no joke. You get to go on a real-life helicopter. How cool is that? And with so much to see in this amazing city, what better way than to see it from the sky? The Uber Chopper has 3 types of aerial tours: the Pearl Tour, which is 12 minutes long, the Fun Ride, which is 15 minutes long, and the City Circuit, which is 25 minutes long. But no worries, all 3 options go to Palm Jumeirah, the man-made island in the shape of a palm tree. All flights start and end at the Alpha Tours helipad at the Atlantis The Palm. All you need in order to have this amazing experience is an official ID. And remember to be there 30 minutes before departure so they can give you a short safety briefing. Oh, and you have to tell them your weight, but they won't tell anyone, promise. The views from the helicopter are breathtaking. Dubai has so many incredible buildings and structures, and now you get to see them from above, and all available for pre-booking at the simple tap of a button on your phone. Number 7. Golden Toilet and Golden Toilet Paper. How much toilet paper you think you could buy with 1.3 million bucks? Well, it seems only one roll. But wait, it's made out of gold. The gold toilet paper is a creation of Toilet Paper Man, an Australian company that produces daily household items like garbage bags and laundry detergent. Oh, and also this incredible 3-ply roll of toilet paper made from 22-karat gold flakes. They decided to create such a unique and extravagant product after they saw pictures of the solid gold toilets and toilet paper handles in Dubai. They thought, what better for such a luxurious toilet than paper also made out of gold? The thing is, they only managed to produce one single roll, and it took them 4 long years to do so. But what an experience it would be to clean yourself with gold. I mean, this is the next level of sophistication. Apparently, as you use the toilet paper, 22-karat gold flakes fall onto the ground and also on your behind. But don't worry, it is totally safe to use. And if you're the lucky one to get this unique item, it comes with a congratulatory bottle of champagne. Now, whether or not you drink it in the bathroom, that's up to you. Number 6. Amphibious cars in Dubai. Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Dubai's crown prince, has ordered not 1 or 2, but 6 amphibious cars that can as easily travel on sand as on water. You might be asking yourself if the prince is planning on having a small army of James Bonds, or if he's just getting some new toys for him and his friends to play with. Or maybe he couldn't decide between buying a small fleet of speedboats or cars, so he decided on a hybrid instead. Whatever the reason, the Python water cars are the coolest toy you have ever seen. This model is called the Python, and it has a 450 horsepower Corvette engine and can reach speeds of 60 miles per hour on the water. If you're jealous, it only costs $135,000. If you have that kind of money, it can be yours. This incredible vehicle was created by a company called Watercar, which has been designing and building amphibious cars for decades now. The head of the company, Dave March, is based in California, where he does all his best work. The Python even won the Guinness World Record for the fastest amphibious car in 2010. And the best part of it is that it really looks like a car even when it's in the water. It almost looks surreal. Number 5. The helipad of Burj Al Arab highest tennis court. On top of the only 7-star hotel in the world that's built on top of the largest man-made island in the world sits the highest helipad in the world, where the best tennis players in the world had a match. Now try saying that 5 times really fast. It's a mouthful. But it's true, it really happened. In preparation for the 2005 Dubai Duty-Free Men's Open, the helipad of Burj Al Arab was temporarily converted into a tennis court, which means that now tennis legends like Roger Federer or Andre Agassi can actually say to people that they played at 692 feet high. But don't worry, they did put a net underneath it, in case a tennis ball dropped, or a tennis player. They even brought in special grass for the tennis court. This event was by far one of the most exciting things to ever happen in the world of tennis. Federer and Agassi were literally playing on top of the world. From the helipad, you can see the entire city and the blue waters of the Arabian Gulf. As beautiful as it is, it must have been quite scary, to be honest. Number 4. Turtle Hospital. No, it's not just the name of a hospital, it is actually a hospital for turtles. But it is not as cute as it sounds. Sadly, marine turtles are classified as either endangered or vulnerable, which means that without human intervention, they would most likely disappear. Hawksbill and green turtles happen to nest in the beaches of Dubai and have done so for hundreds of years. But now, with the development of the city and people going to the beach so much more, their natural habitat has been invaded, so to speak. The most lethal human activity for the turtles by far is the fishing net. It takes them 6 to 7 months to completely heal after they get caught up in them. So the Dubai Wildlife Protection Office, in collaboration with the Jumeirah Hotels and the Central Veterinary Research Laboratory, decided to open up a turtle rehabilitation center. There, they receive the injured animals and nurse them back to health before releasing them into the ocean again. Now, you would think that the center is on the beach or in the city even, but you would be wrong. The Turtle Hospital is actually in the basement of the Burj Al Arab Jumeirah Hotel, which is Dubai's most iconic hotel and the only 7-star hotel in the world. Number 3. Dubai Abandoned Cars. What do you think a scrapyard in Dubai would look like? Certainly not like the one in your hometown, that's for sure. In Dubai, where the richest individuals live or visit, even what they discard is a treasure chest for the rest of us. In Dubai's scrapyard, you can find amazing cars such as a limited edition Ferrari Enzo that cost $1 million, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Bentleys, Nissan Skylines, and one Honda NSX. But these are just a few because there are not hundreds but thousands of abandoned luxury cars there. They're simply left to rot at the United Arab Emirates airport to the tune of 2,000 to 3,000 cars a year. There were so many, it became a huge issue that the city needed to tackle. If the entire airport's parking lot is full of abandoned cars, how are the new customers gonna park theirs? The reason why they leave their cars like that is not what you think. It's not the mega rich getting bored. It's actually expat workers that couldn't pay their bills any longer when the country fell on hard times. In the UAE, missing a payment is a criminal offense, so a lot of times they have to flee the country and leave everything behind to avoid jail time, sometimes even leaving the key in the ignition. Number 2. Best Safari. If you're a safari aficionado, there isn't a better desert safari experience than the one you can have in Dubai. It is arguably the best way to jump with both feet into the culture and heritage of the UAE, fueled by adrenaline and excitement. They have extremely powerful 4x4s to roar the ochre sandhills with. There's an early morning sunrise balloon flight with sweeping 360-degree panoramas of the gorgeous and breathtaking desert. And if you look closely, you might spot some amazing gazelles, oryx, and camels making their way through the dunes. At the end of this romantic expedition, a nomad camp will be waiting for you with a gourmet breakfast of caviar and sand-smoked salmon. You'll also be able to puff on shisha pipes with genuine Bedouin tribal leaders, learning about the old age tradition of Arabian falconry, which means hunting with falcons. You can even hold one on your arm if you're brave enough. You also have the option of an overnight camp with camels into the untamed red dunes of the backcountry of Dubai. You'll be served traditional Bedouin barbecue dishes in front of a fireplace while the locals tell fascinating stories. And for the ones that want to go all the way, there's also an option for an overnight desert safari with barbecue and, in addition, live entertainment. There, you will rejoice in the beauty of Tanora dance shows. Number 1. Dubai Miracle Garden. If you're looking for anything that would remind you of Alice in Wonderland, look no further. The Miracle Garden in Dubai is one of the most surreal places in the world. Not only is it the world's largest natural flower garden, it's also important to note that it was built on a desert. It has 72,000 square meters and over 60 million flowers on display. Impressive. It opened on Valentine's Day in 2013 and has become such a huge attraction that it now receives some 1.5 million people a year. Amongst the most popular flower sculptures that they have done are a life-size replica of the Emirates Airbus A380, which also received the Guinness Book of Records award for the largest floral installation in 2016. There was also a giant teddy bear and a miniature replica of the Burj Khalifa. The head of the Miracle Garden, Abd Al Nasser, had the idea of creating it because he thought people wanted something more than just shopping malls and closed places. He wants the world to know that Dubai is not only for extremes in steel and concrete, but also for gorgeous, breathing, alive, extreme gardens as well. As you can see, lots of things that come from Dubai set a world record in one way or another. Dubai's like a gigantic and extremely luxurious playground for people of all ages, but not people of all bank accounts. If you ever get the chance of visiting, where would you like to go first? Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time!